Chapter 19. They left John's abode. Abode means like his house. They left John's abode at precisely 10 o'clock that night, each with a flashlight, a pair of gardening gloves, and a plastic jug. The jugs were capped and hung from ropes that had been threaded through the jug handles and tied around their waists. Primrose also wore John's watch. John stood in the doorway as they headed down Tulip Street. 11 o'clock, you hear? Or I'm coming. Don't wait up, Primrose sang. I'm not kidding, Missy. I heard you. The rain had stopped hours before, yet the night could not forget. A fine mist kissed their faces. The fields crackled around them and bloomed cool scents of weeds and wet earth. There was neither moon nor streetlight, only a pair of tiny, fallen red planets bouncing along in utter blackness. Can't even see my house down there, said Primrose. I can't see anything, said David. He pinched the back of her shirt and held on. Okay now, she said. John had told them to go about halfway and turn left. They entered the weeds. As summer went on, David had stopped being afraid of the night. Of course, he never had been scared in Refrigerator John's house or under the bright lights of the supermarket or 7-Eleven. But even on the streets, the occasional pools of light, the hum of wagon wheels or his own bike, or Primrose's skates, the warm yellow rectangles of neighborhood windows, the very firmness of the pavement beneath his feet, he had come to feel at ease. This was different. This was the first time they had left the street, the first time in such total darkness that David, looking ahead, could see no difference between earth and sky. The red smudges given by the capped flashlights might be good for hunting worms, but they gave little comfort to a 9-year-old human. The mushy, musky ground, the wet weeds hugging his legs, it was like walking blindfolded through a swamp. Creepy. A moment came to him from long ago. He was walking down a dark hallway behind his mother, her hand trilling for him to hold. Don't let go, Davy, she was saying. Electricity went off, that's all. He held on tight. He wished Primrose would say something. He crooked his finger through a belt loop on her jeans. We're not breaking the law, are we? He said. What law? I don't know. I'm asking you. She took her time replying, well, there is one law I can think of that we might be breaking, maybe even two. What's that? Hunting laws. You see, two things. First, you need a license, like to hunt deer and stuff, you know? Yeah, well, we don't have one. But these are worms. Big worms. Whew, he wished she hadn't reminded him. A particularly tall weed slid wetly across his arm. At least he hoped it was a weed. He crooked another finger into the belt loop. Think we ought to turn back? Wait a minute, I'm not done. The second thing is hunting season. Like, you can't go around hunting whatever you want all year round, you know? No. You want to hunt for deer? There's a special season. Bears? A special season. Pheasants? A special season. Worms? She shone the red light in his face. Special season? She poked him. Brilliant. So this is worm hunting season? We missed it. It ended in June. Oh. David pulled Primrose to a stop by her belt loop. Then I guess we have to go back, don't we? Heavy on his mind was his vow to never break a rule. Primrose scoffed and dragged him along. Nah, we're okay, as long as the worm warden doesn't catch us. Worm warden? Yeah, he's like a policeman for hunters. He throws you in jail if he catches you hunting in the wrong season. David pulled her again. Primrose, we can't. She pulled him onward. The warden doesn't care about a couple of kids. He's out looking for big-time worm hustlers. He let go of her. He screeched, I'm not going to break the law. There was a silence. Then Primrose exploded with laughter that sent every worm along the street going back into its hole, and David knew he'd been tricked again. A kick to Primrose's leg did nothing to stem her laughter. At last she settled down. Oh, sheesh. She wiped her eyes. You believe everything I say? When she shone her red light into David's scowling face, she broke out laughing again. David turned to go back. She caught him by the collar. Okay. She took a deep breath. No more messing around. We got to get serious. Another deep breath. Come on. He followed her into the blackness.